How do you take care of the black tank and the gray tank? That's our topic for today.
Just change it out every time. Take it to the dealership, have it removed.
So our black tank got used. It's time to get a new rig?
Well, yeah. yeah. Every time you use the black tank, you get a new RV.
Yeah. Well, the black tank has the sprayer stuff on our Brinkley.
I think a lot of them do. Well, I would hope a lot of them do. But yeah, the backwash, and I've tried to find a video of how exactly that works, and I have not had any luck. Nobody has been able to, I guess, that I could find, film the inside of a tank being cleaned.
I saw something, and I don't remember who did it, but I saw a video where they showed that it's not quite what you think it is.
Correct, yeah, because the spray nozzles on the inside or something, they're just, I don't know, but for us,
yes,
it's not. I think it appears to do a pretty good job.
It seems so.
Because we'll do the black tank 3 times.
Yeah.
Basically fill it up.
Now, let's be honest. If we're in line at a dump station, we don't do it 3 times.
We'll do it 2 times.
Yeah.
So
as long as nobody's behind us. If somebody's behind us, we have cut it short and did it one time.
We'll do a little bit of gray.
To keep the drama away.
It's like my
yes, a little bit of gray.
To say. And
that's
then
when you're dumping.
We'll dump the dump the black, and then we'll fill up the black as we dump it with the backflush on. And then we fill it up again, about 25 gallons, not the full way. Dump it again, see what it looks like, see if it's cleared up any. And then we'll fill it up again, another 25 gallons. And then we just basically kind of do that until we don't see any toilet paper or that it's all clear. So I want to know how other people do it. How do y'all do it? If y'all do it 2 times, if you do it 3 times, if you do it just 1 time, if you just drain it and you're gone, you don't do anything else. Because I think that some people that do that, and if you don't have a backwash feature, how do you fill it up? How does it get filled up?
So let's circle back just to make sure everybody's on the same page with us. So when we're going to leave a campsite and we've had full hookups, whether we're going to a dump station or whether we've had full hookups, a part of our process is to dump all of our tanks.
Correct.
So to dump all of our tanks, what he's talking about is we'll turn on, ours is an on and off switch, electric switches. Some rigs are pull switches.
Which on that note, just in case you own a Brinkley and you're curious and didn't know, the on-off switch is nothing but just a little mechanism. It's got the exact same pull lever. It's just underneath there in that flap that hangs down on the Brinkley. And it just has a little electric motor that pushes and pulls that same switch. That's all it is. Go ahead. That was a side note.
So we press the button to let a little bit of gray come out just to make sure that all the lines, all the connections, nothing's leaking. So then once we know that and we're in good golden, we shut the gray. Then we open the black tank. Let the black come out.
Now, let the lava flow.
It is too early in the morning for these references. Anywho, we press the black tank button and let the black tank go. Now, on our Brinkley, we have a connection where you put the hose to, and you can turn on the water, and it sprays the inside of the black tank. That's what he's referring to as
the backwash.
The backwash, or the rinsing out. From other videos, we have heard that that's not, get it out of your mind of how you think that is working. Several videos, there's kind of consensus all over the place. So, hey, the black tank's not a sewer, so don't do this. Or a septic, don't do this or don't do that. I've heard, hey, you could keep it open and put a trap in your hose to the sewer connection and use it that way. And then I've heard, no, don't do that. It's a box. It's literally a box. It's a tank. You want the water in it. You want it to raise up. You want it to be close to full. So then when you dump, you pull all of that out. So I've heard several different ways and processes and opinions. So, but we do it, and then we backflush. Now, when he says he backflushes, we also shut the black tank and we let it fill up, and we have a water gauge. Tell me if I'm wrong. We have a water gauge that tells us how many gallons we're putting back in.
Correct.
And so then once we get to a certain gallon level, we turn it off, and then we we keep it going, I guess, and we flush open the tank again and let it flush out. And so far, that seems to be doing well. And when he says do it 3 times, we do that 3 times.
So technically, we would be putting about 75 gallons through it, because we fill it up, dump it, fill it up, dump it, fill it up, dump it. And mainly, we just kind of doing it to when we see it run clear.
Sure.
So if
and we don't see any more toilet paper,
if we don't see it on that third time, it still has trash in it, and there's nobody behind us, we'll do it again.
Sure.
So the other thing is, in case you didn't know, the black tank is only about 4 or 5 inches thick, 4 inches high. It's just a big
flat
wide,
tank.
Yep, a flat tank. So, in my opinion, it wouldn't make zero sense to leave your black tank open while you're at a campsite, because there's no water in the black tank, which would create the poop pyramid, as they say. It makes perfect sense that it would. So
right, but I've seen some things where they're doing little traps, like you know how
that's just the only reason they do that trap is to keep the smell out. That's the only reason.
I know, but if the tank is closed, then what are you worried about?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Okay. Now I have heard that sometimes they have to leave the gray tank open if they have a washer dryer.
Sure.
Because there's so much water coming out that your tank may not hold it. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Is that accurate? We don't have a washer dryer in our rig, so give us some feedback on that one.
And I would think that no, that wouldn't be accurate. I mean, it's not going to be any worse than your washer and dryer at home, and if your washer at home uses 20 gallons, I can't imagine.
Yeah. So, and then the gray tanks. The gray tanks don't have the backwash. So how do we keep
I guess they
that?
call it I think I'm wrong.
Sprayer.
Flush.
Flush. Okay. So the gray tanks don't have a flush mechanism. So
I kind of wish they did.
Yeah. How do you keep that clean? Because as much as you try, we try really, really hard not to let any food particles, anything go down the drain in the kitchen, so that nothing is inside that gray tank that could become rotten. Yeah, become.
But you know that it gets gross in there.
You know it does.
I mean,
so, like in the bathroom, you've got shampoo, you've got conditioner, you've got all the stuff that's coming off your skin, and anyway.
And I think that's a little bit of their thought process. The manufacturer's thought process is
that cleans it.
Is when you use your dish Dawn soap or whatever to clean.
And it may.
It might, but I still would like to
rinse it out.
Yeah.
Have a rinser.
If there was a way to rinse.
So can you use, because I saw that you bought another gadget, you bought this one thing I guess you go down the toilet to rinse out the black tank.
We've never actually used it, but I think that it could be useful. Yes.
Could you run that down the sink, or do you have where or is the shower? Where is the place where the pipe is the shortest to the tank?
To the gray tank? Don't know.
Whereas the black tank, I think the toilet just basically dumps right into it, right?
It's got a little bit of an angle and goes down, but yes. So you could use it on the black tank.
But you can't use it on the gray tank. And in our situation, we have 2 gray tanks that are plumbed together.
Yep. I want to know how y'all do it. What is everybody else's routine on their... I'm just curious. Do they just dump their black tank and they shag?
No, surely they rinse.
And then what do you do for your gray tank?
Right.
Also, we've also heard about them putting a lot of ice in your tank to scrub it. Makes perfect sense. I don't know how realistic it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
One, you'd have to have a lot of ice.
Would that damage the sensors?
No.
Banging against the sensors.
I wouldn't.
Because it's
so.
not made to have that kind of a solid in there, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I have no idea. But it makes sense to me.
Well, I'm just wondering, hey, do you get a bucket with some really good soapy water and, mix it up really good and put that in the tank for like the gray tank down the sink and drive down the road and let it
agitate.
That's
the same principle they do with
like a dishwasher?
With the ice. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just, does the ice hit the sensors? I don't want to mess the sensors up.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
And then as far as the black tank goes, I think, us filling it up does better than probably the spraying of the flush. Honestly, I think from what I understand of the video I saw, it's not like what you think is happening, like power washing the inside of the black tank. It's not doing that. But filling your tank up so that it can pull, the gravity can pull everything out, does better for your tank.
Here's what I think we should do.
Right? Or do you think it actually does a good job of spraying the inside?
I think it does a halfway all right job. I don't know if there's more than one jet in there. I don't know. But I think that you will need to start. I'm going to get you some rubber gloves and you can stick your hand down through the toilet and clean the black tank for me. Are you game for that?
No.
Well, that was kind of a quick no.
True.
Anyway, I want to know how y'all do it. I want to know how everybody else does it. See if I'm doing it wrong. See if there's a trick.
Yes. We've watched everybody on YouTube that we can. We try to always gain more knowledge. But you guys need to talk to us. Tell us, what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? Give us some feedback, because everybody could use the feedback. We're all in this together to learn, and we're all on this adventure, right?
Of course, I've only been wrong twice in my life.
Anywho,
once
I'm
when
Kimberly.
I thought I was wrong, and once when I actually found out I wasn't wrong. That's the two times I've been wrong.
I'm Kimberly.
I'm Steve.
And this is Steve.
I'm the perfect husband.
You have joined us for another episode of On the Drive. If this was your first time, we're so grateful that you're here, and thank you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. We want you to be a part of our adventure. So like and subscribe and join us. Right?
See ya.
All right. So as always, have a great day, y'all.